Hello and welcome back. We're closing in now on day 100, which is the next landmark. We also have many more, not that many more relics to find. Let's have an emergency shift here real quick because wait a second, let's have an extended shift here. I need to get that artifact in here as well and hopefully on time with that. I'm lacking a bit of wood there. Well, again, we're getting in on day 100, which is going to be another, well, major step. The storm is on the horizon. As you can see, I'm having many more points here that I could explore, but it's a bit too late. We're getting in here one more scout team with another artifact and steam cores, very important. And we are waiting here now for a bit of more wood. And this scout team here is on its way to the large crater for another batch of survivors, so we can go up to as high as 600, hopefully. And let's see, we have 250 wood now. Let's explore that buried dreadnought here and get back yet another relic. So we should be at 10 relics then out of 15 that we can get. And other than that, people are desperate again. Sorry guys. We're also down at discontent now to 0 since I've turned off all overwork or emergency shifts or stuff like that. So no one has to work longer hours anymore. We have enough automatons by now everywhere, and I'm also going to reach one major next step here with another automaton that we are producing now in the factory here. For some reasons they're not starting. Now they're starting with that one. Perfect. And we built the last... Oh, we don't have any wood for now. Right, let's wait a bit on the wood there. We're pretty down on wood for now. I want to build the last advanced coal mine over here. And then we have all the advanced coal mines, and all those coal mines are working with automatons. Very cool. And also all our food production is now based on automatons, so no problems there anymore. It's pretty good so far. We have, as you can see, lots of workers and engineers. Not many need to work here anymore. And since we have so much coal now that we produce every day, I think we don't even need those coal thumpers anymore. Let's turn all of them off and see how high we can get with that. How much coal we actually still produce if no one is working here anymore. That would be interesting to know. So everything here is turned off now. How's it looking, pal? Still pretty good, as we can see, still a surplus of 2,000 coal every day. So no one needs to work in those coal thumpers and gathering posts anymore. And yeah, I would like to have 2 more automatons or 3 more for the wood and the steel. So we have that under control then as well. Let's see, my scouts are back now. And they're still getting the survivors there. Oh, hopefully on time though. That's not looking so good. Yeah, and let's get them to the city. 15 hours. Yeah, that should work. That'll work. 15 hours to get those survivors in here. And we're just going to prepare for those survivors with another district of people. So we still have a bit of space here, as you can see. I'm going to get those streets over here now. And let's see if I want to build those houses here. We're also going to have a street going all the way over there and another one going over there. And then we can have a steam hub, yeah, about here, I think. Perfect. So we have another district here now with some houses. Houses cost me 25 wood each, so that's fine too. Because, of course, we need room. We can't have survivors coming into the city right when the storm hits. They will die right away. That would be bad, of course. And we don't, at this point, we don't need the hunter hangars anymore. 3 industrial hothouses with automatons working on them is quite fine too. Perfect. A new district is coming up here. How's that doing with the coal production? We're still 1,000 coal per day in the plus. And again, those automatons can work now every day. They don't even need to be shut down during the storm. That's also something that's very useful there. The archives, 10 out of 15. We could go for a few of those artifacts soon. And hopefully they make it on time there. Come on, people. survivors. The last survivors coming in. Actually, no. There's no survivors coming with that scout team. Why not? I think they died in a large crater, but why? I did rescue them, right? I think they had to leave them behind. I don't know. Oh my. No survivors. Okay. And day 100 is achieved. And with that we get the Ultra Marathon on Extreme achievement. Because we have reached 100, day 100. And by the way, if you do that on Extreme or Hard, you're getting the achievement, of course, for all the other difficulties there as well. So easy and medium. But as you can see, on Extreme, it's not even that hard anymore once you're past the first 50 days. I think the first 50, 60 days are really, really hard, brutal, harder than Survivor mode on the other scenarios. But after that, it's a ride. You know, you can just enjoy it then, a good city builder, and just expanding your city here. That's it. We are now at the next minus 100 degrees. And, right, my House of Healing doesn't work, nothing else works, but it's fine. I'm going to turn off the sawmill there and the advanced steelworks once again. I don't want to have any freezing people there. My healthcare system works. Those infirmaries are brilliant when it comes to the healing rate. Like every sick person gets healed within 6 or 7 hours or something like that. So even that isn't a big problem there for now. You can just marvel at a city as big as this one here. 500 survivors so far. And of course I'm aiming for 700. I don't think you can get any higher than that. That should be possible entirely, those 700. So I'm going to focus on them now when I go out again with my scouts. I don't need that many steam cores anymore. I wouldn't know for what. You know, for the steelworks and for the wall drill. But that's it then. Even then you have too much wood anyway. Right, this day is over now, and we're getting in a lot of sick there again, as usual. I think it's even higher this time because I did not use the overdrive this time, so they all had chilly homes. But it had to be done because I want to find out if I need the overdrive during the first day of the storm at all. We can also use our prayers again on the church, and now we can use the overdrive hopefully for 24 hours. We'll see about that. That's what I wanted to find out. So we have now minus 120. During the day no one should get sick, so the sick are being treated. It goes down there rather quickly, and then the following night now it goes up again. We're at 35%, so it's looking good. I think we can leave it on for a full 24 hours there. It's going to 50% now. And as you can see now, the sick are going up there really fast. Oh, I think I might have overdone it this time. Oh yeah. That's a lot of sick people there. We need more infirmaries or House of Healings. And as you can see, it takes about 11 hours or 12 hours in the House of Healing for one to heal, whereas in the infirmary it needs about 6 hours, 7 hours top. That's a pretty big difference there. Storm's over. Let's get those scouts out again to the overtuned sled. Overturned, right? Yeah, overturned. And then we go for the wrecked vehicle there once more. And also for the abandoned wreck. Oh, those look like good things here. And hopefully find survivors in all the directions. So I'm really focusing on survivors this time. I want to get in more here. And something else, we can turn on the wall drill again and the steelworks. I need a few more resources. Right, and I will probably have another... I mean, how long does it take in a medical post? Much, much longer. Look at that. So 14 hours, 15 hours in a medical post. So even the House of Healing is faster than that. With those healing rates. So I'm going to have another House of Healing then. Makes much more sense. Over here. And then some houses here. 2 more houses there. Perfect. And another fighting arena. Should we have another fighting arena? Let's see. Yeah, makes sense to have one here. There's a bit of space here. What could we put in there? I think a resource depot. Yeah, that's that. Right, 10 out of 15 artifacts. Everything's working as normal again. Food is looking perfect. Going up now every day. Since we have got 3 industrial hothouses. There are 4 actually. 4 actually working with automatons only. Nope, this one not. So there we need another one. Let's just have a look what the scouts are researching there, or exploring. Not researching. Ice obelisk. Here we go for Circle of Stones, survivors, perfect. That's very close to the town. So we still have plenty of time then. Wrecked steamer, a ship wrecked on the rocks. It looks like it's been there a long time. We could find some steam cores there, that would be perfect. Very nice. And let's also see what those artifacts had, the new artifacts that we have. So we have the rejected automaton design, the practical prosthesis, an inspiring vision, the generator, the lamp, and on the bunkhouses, home is where the heat is. Snow huts were deemed beneath the dignity of the English people, and they were also impractical as they tended to melt in livable temperatures. The chair was pushing his London house, designed to remind people of the streets of our capital. But I knew that they wouldn't have the means to build the kind of housing Sir Edmund considered adequate. A much more practical, if ugly, sheet metal hut designed by Jenkins also brought London to mind, just its less fancy districts. I added more insulation and dropped the triple bunks at the advice of Admiral McClintock, whose people built snow huts to escape the confines of their ship during their wintering in the Arctic. Then I forged Sir Edmund's signature and the backhouse was born. So here we can see more buildings and designs that were created before the real cold came. On a secret mission, and the main objective of this mission is establishing and following a set of robust security procedures and enlisting as needed the help of the technical staff to protect the scientific members of the expedition from dangers posed by the ferocious Arctic fauna and weather. Okay, so it seems like they were sent to the Arctic and test out how the living conditions were. That is the Edward's crown. Okay, the James, I've already used my connections to secure the other jewels, but you are the only man I know. Oh, so we also get the crown. Crown jewels must not be sold. If I have to steal them in order to save them, so be it. There we have the first flying hunters. The peculiarities of hunting in Frostland. Because we're in the Arctic, and of course new techniques have to be found how we can survive there. And the first thing we learned was that the barrels of rifles carried the usual way become jammed with fine wind-borne powder. So also the flying hunters have to be researched there and tested out. We have the case of an empty village, an abandoned village. Oh, you can also find that one with your scouts, the abandoned fishing village. When we finally got to the village longing for a warm welcome, we found only ice and silence. The disappointment was all the other more hard to bear, since I remembered the fishermen living there so well. They were cheerful, in somewhat coarse folk, hardened by the cold and work at sea. For some reasons they were disappearing. And what is that? The first folio. To the finder of this treasure. And that is a poem. Thus sometimes hath the brightest day a cloud, and after summer evermore succeeds barren winter with his wrathful nipping cold, so cares and joys abound as seasons fleet. And that is a poem for hope. Okay, those are the artifacts so far. Very, very interesting stuff, I have to say. And over here we have now also ready the next healing, house of healing there that I can use, and another resource depot which we use for a bit of more coal. that's just what we can use. And let's wait it out again for my scouts to reach the next thing. I'm not even going down to steam level 3 anymore. Just another step of micromanaging that I don't need, since all the 3 coal mines there are now working with the automatons on a very, very high efficiency. And there we got some survivors. And hopefully this time we can actually bring them to the city. Ice obelisk, large crater, more survivors, perfect. 2 waves of survivors coming in. I hope we have enough buildings for that. But, oh, I lost someone. Lack of treatment, interesting. So he didn't make it on time anymore to my, I guess, to my healing facilities. And let's also have a steam hub here. Do we have any other ornaments? We have a large square that we could use. Like here. Let's build a large square. I don't know for what, but let's just build it. And yeah, I think so far looking good. We also have that one. And I think we also should have, yeah, another house of prayer out here. There we have now a Imperial Square. An Imperial Square, a large open space for people to meet each other and socialize. A proper city should have at least one. Okay, people can stand around here in the cold and socialize. That sounds a bit bizarre, but okay. Let them be. Let's have a steam hub here. I mean, technically I don't need one here, but you know, so people can socialize in the warmth at least. And since we have that, we can also have a medium garden here, since that is getting heated then there as well. Let's go for the stone ship over there. Okay, so the steam hub is being built, the medium garden, the house of prayer here has been finished now too. Imperial Square is a bit heated now, at least it's chilly here in the open, besides that steam hub. And we also got a beautiful garden here now. Besides that coal mine here, that advanced coal mine, I really like the design of those buildings. Very detailed looking. And there we get more survivors, 50 more survivors, good. And let's continue with that scout team to, yeah, out there to the cracked ice. And there are also survivors as expected in the large crater. Let's get them home. Okay, so that is another nice touch to my city there, I think. And yep, we can still have some more houses here, 2 more houses there. And I think also 1 more here then. And another street lamp here, 1 here. To illuminate, to enlighten those districts there. We should especially have one in front of the archives. Such a beautiful building. Right, and then let's have one more steam hub here. So we can have a few more buildings, a few more houses here then. And so the square actually looks like something usable here on the outside. But yeah, we shouldn't build so many steam hubs anymore, as that brings down our coal surplus quite a bit there. So let's just continue discovering things with the scout team that we have. And we're also coming in now on day 105. the next survivors are coming in. Hopefully that doesn't have too much impact there on my... Oh, large pit over there. On my food consumption. I don't think so. Still looking good there. Quite the big city that we have there now. Right, that is a status update, kind of, on day 100 and plus. And I'm coming back to you shortly before we reach 150. Stay tuned.